Hey everybody, I'm Odin, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming EXANIMA update. No, it's not here yet, I'm sorry to say. It has been a very long time since the last update. If you follow the game, you know that. It's been a very long time. But there's good news, finally, alright? The good news is not that I know when it's going to be available, because I don't, okay? The good news is, though, in the latest Bare Metal Coffee Diary, we have learned that this thing has been undergoing testing from insiders for most of the last month, meaning May of 2025. It's now June. But yeah, so testing has been underway for about a month now, it seems. And it seems also that it now means that we're getting very close to the public release of the next update. So I just wanted to go over some of the stuff in the coffee diary to go over what we should expect. And to be perfectly honest with you, the big thing, the huge thing for this update is the role system for NPCs, and I still don't really understand it. They went into some pretty good detail about it in this latest coffee diary, and I still don't understand it. But then again, I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's take a look here. All right, so again, huge right here. The first thing they tell us is that insider testing has been going on for most of the month. So that's great, and apparently it went well, which is fantastic. And I'm going to just skim through this and summarize. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Also, I hate when it's white text on a black or dark background. That really messes with my eyes. I don't know why they do this. But anyway, insider testing has been going on for most of the month. That's great. So again, the role system is the big thing. So they say we've only added a few fundamental roles and a little dialogue so far to test the core functionality. So that means that the role system is working, I take it, but that it's not very fleshed out. And that's, okay, that's fine. But there are multiple roles, fundamental roles, plural, right? And there's a little bit of dialogue. So that's good. They've been getting feedback from the testers on that. In addition to this, they're going to talk more about the role system later on, but they're going to go through some of the other things here. So another thing is that the core AI received a lot of fundamental changes in terms of emotions and personality. So they wanted to make personality more important, is what they said, so that there's better interaction between the player and the NPCs. And one of the things that's going on here with the role system and the emotions and everything is that NPCs, it says, must now juggle many things. Like, for example, following someone, searching the environment, looting. So yes, the NPCs like Darren, by the way, I hate Darren. Darren will loot on his own. He'll notice interesting things and point them out. He'll also point out threats, and then he'll say annoying things to us all the time. But this is interesting because not only can NPCs like Darren loot stuff, but they can also equip themselves. So, you know, like usually you have to go and manually, you have to equip Darren with everything and handle all that stuff. He's going to be able to do that himself. Now, you may not like what he equips himself with, and I don't know how you want to deal with that, whatever. But honestly, I don't care because I hate Darren. Anyway, so looting behavior was another big focus in testing. They said, obviously, that's going to be a big thing because now the NPCs can loot. And there you go. Darren was the test case. He moves around the environment independently, searching objects, containers, and bodies. This is kind of cool. He calls out items that he thinks the player might find useful. And there is where it says right there, he equips himself independently. All right, which is cool. I don't know how they figured out like how he's going to decide what's better and what's worse. But that's their job, not mine. I'm stupid. That's why I don't do it. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. That stuff right there. So other new things, they've tweaked the pathfinding system. All right, because obviously there's now lots of multiple layers of topography in the newer maps and stuff, and so they've apparently fixed some issues where, like Darren especially, might get stuck or things, or if you have minions, you know, they might get stuck, things like that. Also, they noticed something very important, that it's not great to have a smart and talkative NPC if they then just walk into a pit while carrying all your loot or get stuck in silly ways. So they're really focusing on that. That's cool. Another thing, this is something I just don't care about, but the update also includes a significant overhaul of our apparel system, because apparently there's clipping and animation issues, and I don't care. But yeah, that's cool. Whatever. Also, this is really cool right here. There were some notable graphical improvements in the update too. So it's not just the role system. It's not just cloth physics for your your clothes, but also there's just general graphical improvements. And they said that the testers have been impressed with the way that the graphics look now. So that's pretty cool. And then here, this is what I really like to see. Finally, as we're very close to public testing, right? So again, I don't know when public testing is, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe it's going to be this month, maybe it's going to be June. I hope so. You may or may not know, I used to publish videos of EXANIMA literally every day for years. It was exhausting, and that's another story. But I stopped back this past October because I was burned out, and then some other stuff happened, blah, blah, blah. And so I really haven't been playing the game at all. I played it one time in the last like 8 months now or something. So I got to get back into it to get ready for this. This is like the one game that I'm not terrible at. But anyway, so we're close to public testing, and so they want to briefly, introduce the role system and what it's supposed to do. So this is a little unclear for me what's going on here, but whatever. So what the role system is not is a specific set of AI features and capabilities. All right. I mean, that sounds like what a role system is, but okay. But this is a very important distinction from other AI systems you may be comparing it to. All right. They say we do not want dynamic but ultimately shallow NPCs. The role system is essentially a content tool, a narrative tool. Okay, so they're already losing me, but all right. So roles are very broad in their scope, but they can provide unique behaviors and dialogue for specific characters, or they can, as the term role suggests, be adopted by any character. Characters can have many roles at once and know each other by various roles, and these roles change dynamically. Every role provides new interactions, and these can lead to more roles with more interactions. Whatever. So this means that as we build our library of roles, we create more and more emergent behaviors. So that's kind of interesting. So you might get unexpected behavior that wasn't really anticipated as these roles interact with each other. Okay, that's kind of cool. Get some Skynet stuff going on, whatever. So yeah, so in a sense, they say it is a collection of AI capabilities, which they said it wasn't, one that we can keep expanding on, but above all else, it is a dynamic storytelling tool. So again, I'm trying to figure this out. So the role system apparently, and I don't know, it's like, it's not about so much about behavior as it is about, it has to be about behavior. Like see, I don't really see what the difference is. I understand that it's more of like a narrative tool, a storytelling tool than something else, but I'm not really clear on what the something else is. I don't know. So anyway, they say that this means that just because we added the system, you won't suddenly see the undead taking up new professions and starting book clubs. So I almost want to uninstall at this point. But while that is entirely within the realm of the system, our aim for now is to very carefully craft what we would call foundational roles, which is what they said they've added a few fundamental roles. And these would be roles describing the most common behaviors, activities, and relationships that other roles can then build on, specialize on, or add to. So their first goal is to make NPC companions that feel as close as possible to human players. I don't know if that's a good objective there. What are you going to do? You're going to have NPCs that are grief you and make you feel horrible like human players do in every game. But no, obviously I know what they mean. It feels less like a bot and more like an intelligent entity, I guess. All right. So they apparently acknowledge that it's kind of vague and amorphous what they're telling us here. They say you should hopefully get an idea of the direction of this with your first experiences of it. But basically keep in mind that our intent for now is to build on these fundamental aspects and make them really good. Not to add a bunch of fluff and drown out the essence of it with noise. Okay, that's great. All right, that's great. And so basically they're going to want feedback from us, like how did you, and they say this, how did you wish the AI would have reacted in a certain situation? So as always, the feedback from us is going to be important. So that's great. So anyway, they close up here by saying, since testing began, we've mostly been working on things and making some additions that we didn't really expect to. They always do that. But now we're back on track. So we're working on introducing one last role-based interaction and reviewing some dialogue now, so we expect public testing to begin soon. Again, what does soon mean? Nobody knows. But like I said before, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to suggest that we might be playing this month, which would be awesome. But so here's my kind of final impression or thought here is, I'm guessing that when the update drops, it's not gonna seem like a lot has changed. Because I think we're used to like content updates where things look, noticeably different. There's new areas, there's new enemies, there's new, procedurally generated weapons, blah 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 blah. This time there are graphical improvements. There's like apparel improvements, but it seems like the biggest change has to do with just the behavior of Darren. We are supposed to get more NPCs in the future. I don't know if there are going to be more NPCs in the update. That would be kind of cool, but it's basically going to be the way Darren interacts with you. So that is a big thing. Don't get me wrong; it is a big change, but I don't think it's going to be especially noticeable right off the bat. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I would like to get back to playing the game. I need to get back to playing the game, but I've been kind of waiting. Like, let's wait for the update, then we'll start a new season. I don't even know what season I'm on now. What is it? Is it like 15 or something? I have so many videos of this game, it's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to kind of check in and let you know that apparently the update's coming soon, and I'm gonna be on it. Definitely. Pardon me, definitely gonna get on it. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for now, folks. Thank you for hanging out for a little while. I appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe if you'd like, and I will see you all next time.